Hey, it's Tammy, and this is another episode of Where is the Sun? Today I want to know where the sun is. I guess it's this tropical storm we're having that isn't very much of a tropical storm, but which is fine because I didn't tie anything down or anything like that. So, a couple things. I'm going to go through two gates today. One, we are in the third day or the third line of the gate 64, and then in a couple more days, or 3 days to be exact, we'll be into the energy of the 47. So these are both, I call them pretty crazy. I don't know, I have both of them, but they're in the head center, so they're up at the top. They're what keep you thinking. They're what keep you thinking too much. So anyway, before I jump into that, I just wanted to talk about something really quick. I was on the phone last night with someone I met as a client who ended up being a friend, but it's one of the things I love about this is that you work with somebody and then you continue to know that person and you start to see the changes that human design has really made in their life. And one of the things that we were talking about that I think is pretty cool and has definitely showed itself to me as a big change for me in the last year at least is that and sometimes to my detriment, but sometimes it turns out great, is that understanding human design and seeing where a person's energy is actually coming from and knowing what the range of that energy is and what the possibilities of that energy is allows you to accept people more for who they actually are instead of what you think they should be or who you think you should be or all these different things. So I thought it was really cool. We got into a pretty good conversation about acceptance of other people and how even when you do that, some people are like weary of it because not everybody does that. Everybody, the collective, is always out to change people. Sorry, today I'm watching a squirrel. So anyway, focus. So the gate 64, that's like I said, it's a gate in your head. It's a lot of things. It's one of the three gates of madness. Again, I have all of those. So in the three gates of madness in the head, there's the 64, the 61, and the 63. And there's like knowingness, doubt and suspicion, possibilities, just all that thinking that we do comes from those areas. So over the last few days, you've probably been looking at like all of the different possibilities of a situation or of a project or of a plan, and just looking at each and every piece of it and where it would fall. And, you know, if it's the higher side, will it go this way? Or if it's a low side, will it go that way? So it's really been a time of contemplation and thinking and realization. A lot of times with the 64, you can just kind of know things and things pop into your head and you just have them. It's information that you have. You may never know how you have that information, but it just comes flowing out. What I find best for me is when people ask me questions, I don't always know what I want or what will work, but I know what I don't want or what won't work. So if somebody asks me a question, I can easily just kind of work through it that way. It's easy to get stuck in this energy, especially if you have it all the time in your chart. And you have to come up with ways to kind of get yourself out of your head center, because the goal of human design isn't to think with your head, it's to feel and to bring all the energy up to your throat. So it's almost like we shouldn't even have heads and the ability to think things through all the time. Though it's good for problem solving, it's not something you should rely on all the time. So the 47 is the energy that's coming in the next few days, and that energy is it can be difficult at times. I find myself stuck in my 47 a lot. It can be that, you know, my mentor called it the little Rumpelstiltskin, like stomping around, like meh. It can be that. It can be dark. It can be you know, getting stuck in the what doesn't work rather than looking at what can work or what does work or what might work even. It can be a very, it's where I get into my darkest. People that are friends with me on Facebook will see that there are periods of time where I just get really dark. Sometimes too dark for some people, but it happens. It's part of who I am. It's part of the 47. The 47 can get in the way of progress. It can get in the way of possibilities when it's in its darker side. When you look at it as what it is and take it for that darkness and utilize the darkness, like sometimes when I'm that dark, I know it's time that I just have to chill. You know, it's probably not a good idea to go anywhere or do too much stuff. You can then tap into other energies and bring those possibilities. So the reason why I talk so much about the negative aspect of the 47 is because those that don't have it in their chart might feel like they're coming down a bit, might feel like they're stuck, might feel oppressed. It's an oppressive gate. I find it's funny, like in a lot of people, I'll be like, oh, they're kind of kicking around that stupid idea, what I label as a stupid idea. And I'll look at their chart and I'll have the 47 and I'm like, I get it. I've been there. So just to recap, because I don't know, it's early. I gotta go. The 64 is all about thought, possibilities, ideas, knowingness. If you want to figure something out, figure it out over the next couple days. The 47 is also a thinking gate. However, this thinking can be a little oppressive. It can be the downsides or the bad sides or the negative sides or the lower sides, whatever word you want to use to title it. You guys know me, I don't way too much on those kinds of titles, but it's a heavier energy. It's a darker energy, I'd call it. You might feel that for the next week. If you have questions, comments, concerns, ideas, whatever, please reach out and let me know, especially about the energy of the 47, because I know I just kind of glazed over it. I'm guessing that, what's today? We probably won't talk about it next week, so if you have any concerns, you can do that, or you can check out on my website, the TammyMurrayCousins.com website. There's a blog post about the 47, I'm sure. Like I posted an old video a week or so ago. That was fun. I love how I always have a different hair color. So I guess that's about it. Have a great day.